Hello. I thought I would go through the how to make a running head in a Google Doc, because in the last couple of years, it has turned out that most people are using Google Docs. I'm a huge fan myself. If you do not use Google Docs, maybe you use Pages or Word or some other format that is slightly different, you might want to Google how to put in the running heads and make those changes to the report. But since pretty much everybody has access to Google Docs right now, then this is where we'll start. So Andrew kindly gave me permission to use his report as a teaching tool. And so I've made modifications to it so that I can go through and show how to fix those things when you're making your own. Common challenge is getting the running head correct and having the pagination. So we'll do that. Simply double click, not there, but above. Seeing then how we get header, you're going to want to click on different first page because it is different for the title page than it is for the rest. And we write running head, colon, and then we have a short version, no more than 50 letters of what the title would be. So in this case, he's got this as the title, so I think I would just copy this much of it. Double click again up there, paste. And for the title part, it needs to be in all capitals. So let's format that into capitalization, uppercase. But it should not be 16 font, not for the running head part. And with the instructions for APA, in this case, everything needs to be a 12 and Times New Roman, other than the title page. Okay, so now we have the running head first page. We also want to have pagination. So we're going to insert page numbers and see how we have this picture where you've got the title page and then the page number starts on there. That's the one you want. And that does that part. Fantastic. I've left this part alone because he did a perfectly good job of that. Now we have our pagination starting page 1 of the actual document. Excellent. We want this header. Okay. Different first page. So yeah, we already got that. We're good. Here we're going to paste that, but we don't want it there. Now to get the numbers separate from the title, tab button's a very handy thing. And again, this should be a 12. And it should be in all caps. In uppercase, like that. Notice that we don't have it saying running head there anymore. There, that part is solved. He's got the section heads in bold and same size font. Perfect. His paragraph is indented. For those of you that haven't used the tab button before, they're very handy. One press of the tab button should get you to exactly the right number of spaces, and it should be left aligned. Here we have an extra space. We don't need an extra space. In fact, we don't want an extra space. So we set it up like that. And then this one is left aligned, but it's missing that indent. So we just press the tab button and it adjusts. When we get down to this one, it looks a little odd. Well, that would be because it's aligned on the wrong side. So we want all of this paragraph to go that way. And then it does. Something else you might notice, the spacing on the sides looks a little off. So let's check on that. And we go, File, Page Setup. Yes, we should have 1-inch margins, just like the quiz had specified for you. There we go. Probably best to do the 1-inch margin adjustment before you do all the other adjustments, just in case you get something like this happen. So we're going to just backspace it and put it back where it belongs. Perfect. We look through. Okay, things are looking good. And the spacing is looking good. The indents are looking good. He's got a mix of sources within paragraphs for his in-text citations, which he did an excellent job of that. And you'll notice paragraphs tend to be about 5 to 7 sentences. That is the recommended amount for formal writing. If it gets beyond the 7 sentences, typically that means you've got too much information for one paragraph and it needs to be broken up into 2 smaller ones. What else did I do to his thing here? Oh, right, the references page. The references page needs to be on a separate page entirely. Now, I can see where it would be tempting to just press the enter button until it gets onto its own page. But when you load it up into Moodle, that might change your formatting a little bit. So it's best to insert and then break, page break. There we go. The title needs to be centered, not underlined or anything. And the references need to have a hanging indent. So let's have a look. Align and indent, indentation options. We want a hanging indent. Like that. Something else that you'll notice, the web addresses should be a link. So usually when it's not a link, it's because there's been the extra information is not needed for that to be a proper link. So for example, if I was to take this part and put it in another spot, let's see if I would get that website. Oh, that one didn't work. So then we go back and have another look. What did we do there? Maybe copy. There we go. Looks like I could probably find it from there. So at the very least, we cut it to here. But because that one didn't show, then we're just going to cut it to there. And that would carry on with the rest of them. I did one down here, so it shows how it should look. Okay, I think that's, oh, one other thing. The reference page does not get pagination and it does not have a running head. There we go. Now you're set. Hope it helps.